Jim Famelian from Gothenburg, Sweden. The band started in 1986.
Yeah, you can say we formed in around December '86.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Did you do anything before that?
Uh, I did with another group. When you were an older teenager,
Right.
we had a minor contract with a company called Polar Music, Stickan Andersson,
Uh-huh.
ABBA's manager. But other than that, there were no records before Alien.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Now, the self-titled debut album came out in 1988. Was that well received?
In '88, yes, yes, yes. It was. I mean, it was a kind of strange journey because it was a big hit in the spring of '88, and we were about to launch it in the US States and everywhere in the world. But as it were, I quit the band
Uh-huh.
the same year, and somehow everything got to more or less a stop
Right. Yeah.
for the
Wow.
bands. So we became like a many years later, like a mystery.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Wow. When you see the song "Only One Woman" getting 6 million streams, what goes through your mind?
uh, I don't know. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, but that was our biggest hits.
Right.
I mean, and I really think the song got better
Uh-huh.
when we did it as we did it, because I mean it's a song, as you know, from the '60s, and it wasn't really our style, but somehow the company thought that I think they could arrange it and do something.
Right.
uh, but of course it feels great to have a song like that.
Right. Yeah. Wow. So 2025, a new album. When yesterday comes around on Pride and Joy Music. Um, how long did this album take to write?
This album,
Yeah.
I mean, it's this album started out with a guy called Magnus Söderqvist, who is a real rocker here in Sweden,
Right.
and he met the guitarist Tony at a party two and a half years ago, and he said to Tony, "Tony, you really should go back to the roots."
Right.
And he had some songs. One of the album songs is a song called "Strange Way."
Right.
Was on the Billboard 18 place, something like that, in '78, I
Right.
think. Yeah.
Right.
So he had a couple of more than a couple of songs that he showed us. And we listened to them. We did cut some simple demos to get the feel of it, and then we decided, okay, we're going to keep these two songs, "Strange Way" and "If Love Is War,"
Uh-huh.
from Magnus. It's also a song, I think, written by great composers from the States. And then we just went into the writing mode,
Right.
and really, really tried to get back to the early days.
Right.
And we were also very determined to get a fresh sound.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
Drums that is really modern but not metal.
Right.
So
Uh-huh.
we tried to keep the old school in fresh sound.
Cool.
But it took. I mean, we wrote about. I mean, it went on for 1.5 years or something.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Now this album comes out March 21st, right? On Pride
Yes,
and Joy, right?
March 21st. Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
So there's quite a bit of tracks. I'm going to go down each track and tell me your feelings towards each song.
Yeah.
The first one, In the End We Fall.
In the end we fall. It is really because the first album we did was a mix of American AOR and English rock,
Right,
because Tony is from that genre, and I'm more of an American, like the American style of songs.
right.
So in the end, it's a good mix where you
Right.
have a power and then you have melody. So that's for me. It's energy.
Right, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. How about track number two, If Love Is War?
If Love Is War is the first single that's out around here now, and that's really a 80 track.
Right. Cool.
So we wanted to start it with that song really because we wanted to show people we back in that kind of melodic rock.
Cool.
So it's happiness in some way.
Right. By the way, that's probably my favorite track on the album. You know,
Okay, yeah,
so
but so for me, it's I mean, if love is war, it's happiness, joy.
cool, cool, cool. Track number three, Aiming High.
That song, Tony phoned me in the middle of the record sessions because we wrote together. And he said, I have a song that we didn't release in the early 90s. Do you like to hear it? Of course. And he sent it to me, and I said, this is right on this is on the spot.
Right,
From that, I like that raw. For me, it's a kind of raw energy, and
right, yeah,
nearly some blues in it. So I really like that song. So raw energy for me.
right, yeah. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Strange Way.
A Strange Way is that song that was. I should know the band, but I'm sorry, I just don't know that name right now.
Right,
But that song, I think that Magnus showed us the song much because of the melody and my voice.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
because he thought that it would match my voice, and I mean, so the feeling of that song is kind of freedom.
Right. Uh-huh.
So we're cutting demo videos now, and we have 70 feeling over that song.
Right, yeah. Cool, cool, cool.
So the video, we have clothes that reminds a little bit from the 70s in that video coming up.
Cool, cool. That is that going to be the first video?
No, actually it's In the End We Fall. So the first is a lyric video that's out now, and
Right.
that's your favorite song,
Uh-huh.
If Love Is War.
Right.
Then the first video with us in it is In the End We Fall, and then when the record comes, then we release also the video for A Strange Way.
Cool, cool. Tell me a little bit about We Are Living.
We Are Living is I told Tony in 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, I said, Tony, you need to go into your studio, lock yourself in, turn down the lights, and just play.
Right.
Okay, he said. So he went in and came out 6 weeks later.
Wow.
And then he had many riffs. And among his riffs, it is this song, We Are Living.
Right. Cool, cool, cool.
So he sent that to me, and I usually, I throw my melodies in there, and a big part of the arranging our songs. And that's some kind of a bit more of a European English feel to it, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
But I like that rhythm, shuffle.
Yep, yep. Next song, Belong.
Belong is always also because Tony like fast songs.
Right, yeah. Uh-huh.
So and I mean, I do too, because certainly when you play live,
Right.
it's good to have, up tempo.
Right.
Not all, but you need the right up tempo. I mean, it isn't always easy to do and make it fit. But
Right.
I think we did it with this song too, to get that what that needed. So again, positive energy.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Cool. How about I Remember?
I remember it's a song that we're playing it around because in the early days they told us that, oh, Jim, you have a tone in your voice that it's similar to Steve Perry
Uh-huh.
from Journey, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, I heard that a lot, and I like when what can they be, 10 years older
Right.
than me or something, so we listened to those bands, and it was something. I had a riff on the guitar, a slow riff that we applied on the piano instead. And
Uh-huh.
then I got this, and then when the chorus came along, we wanted a feeling of America.
Right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So there it is. I don't know if you have noticed that, but you can sort it out on the album where you hear more influence from America.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, and that's usually me.
Cool.
Because I am that kind of singer, more of a melody. But Tony is remember is also freedom for me. When the
Right. Yeah.
yeah, freedom, you feel.
Cool. 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 How about Signs?
Science is uh, I, Science is a song that Tony did the riff to, and I feel it has a bit more of Deep Purple
Uh-huh.
in
Cool.
it, because
Uh-huh.
he comes from that era himself, and I think it's fun for me to try to find melodies to the chord changings
Right.
that comes with that kind of music.
Uh-huh.
So I, I have to bring it up in my mind. Yeah, a slow verse and so forth. I think it's a groove song in a way.
Cool. 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 How about Fall in My Arms?
For fall in my arms. Yeah, it is like. What do I feel towards the song? I think it's good chorus.
Uh-huh. Cool.
I think it's a good song, and maybe not out there in a direction, but it is a good song to have on this album that we wanted to do,
Right.
because it's also in a 80s
Right.
around that period time we need. So I think it's a good song.
Cool. 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 How about Coming Home?
Coming home is also a song that Tony started the writing, and I really like that song. I think it has not a sadness, but a bit of a sadness in it.
Right.
I mean, it's about a person who needs to and wants to come home mentally, or come home. He's
Right.
out there. I think that song is a more depth, if you will, a bit deeper song, a very nice song.
Cool. Cool. How about Hearts on Fire?
Hearts on Fire is very direct
Mm-hmm. Cool.
in the chorus, and again, it is a positive energy. Really, it starts kind of with drums and kind of soft, but building up, and it
Right.
has a really nice stick to it in this song too,
Oh, cool.
which so there or bridge, whatever you want to call it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Now the title track, When Yesterday Comes Around. Tell me a little bit about that and why'd you pick that song?
Tony has written this small chord changing with a simple melody,
Right.
and it really struck me that it, it had something, and that I wrote the lyrics, but on this, but this lyric is about remembering another time
Right. Yeah.
when
Mhm.
just so and in the song I end the phrases with when yesterday comes around.
Right. Yeah.
So you
Okay.
do you're walking in a where you grew up, and you have memories, and you, it's like when yesterday comes around, and this and in the last phrase in the song I say yesterday's gone but it's fine.
Oh, I
So,
like that.
so yeah, so oh, nice to hear. And Tony played his solo on that song is magical.
Oh, oh,
He has so much blues feeling. So yeah,
definitely, definitely. And the last track, Awareness.
yeah, that came about because Tony phoned me again. Jim, shouldn't we have an intro to the album?
Uh-huh.
Something. Well, I said, let me look into it. And suddenly I wrote, I don't know what I wrote, but I wrote something directly from my heart.
Right. Yeah.
And it became, uh, that's why we call it awareness, because if you listen to, I noticed when some people around us,
Right.
listen to it, you get calm, you get thoughtful. It has something. So we put it in there like an intro, outro, and live. We thinking of use it as an intro,
Oh, cool.
and I love the whole uh, building of that.
Right. Yeah.
What did you think?
I loved it. I love the whole album. You
Yeah,
know.
no, but I mean, it's a kind of a bit unusual to do just like a musical uh, part in the end. But you got it, and you thought it was a great ending.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I mean, all the press emails I get, I only pick the bands. I listen to all the music, and I only pick the bands I really like. So,
Yeah.
you were one of them. So, I enjoyed all the songs and stuff like that. Tell me a little bit about you got Sweden Rock Festival coming up on June 4th.
Yeah, that's right. We meant to play there in 2010, I
Right,
think. So it's quite a few years that have gone by. So it's what do you say? It's kind of funny because when we did this album and the album before that, we've been around for so long. Next
right,
year is 40 years, so we are. If you ask us, we say we are very humble,
right.
but
Yeah,
and really are. But we are we are also in that age that we do things we want to do,
good.
and so when we decided, okay, we do the album, we see if we find a record company. As soon as we went out and told the people that we were going to do a new record, we got record offers.
Well, good, good.
And that, I can't say that happened really before.
Right, yeah.
And suddenly Sweden Rock wanted us to play this year.
Right,
And I told them, the booking agency, I'm so sorry to say no, because we are going into the studio next week,
Right.
and we just can't keep two different kind of ways and give 100%.
Right.
And then we got lucky because they were still interested in August for this year.
Right.
So that's how it came about. So now we're back in Sweden Rock, 14 years.
Wow. Wow. You also
Yeah.
doing a South American tour?
We you know how the business had changed. Now you can
Yes.
get suddenly an email from a promoter from, and
Right.
we did from South America, but we were planning to really to go this April, but we decided to kindly tell them that we have to look into it for this fall,
Right. Yeah.
and
Wow.
they have a kind of uh, a booking agency that sell dates to different promoters, and the promoters usually are between 3-4 months before.
Right.
But as we told them, that's too close.
Right.
You need to go out a 6 month ahead, so we know if everything is okay when it's 3 months left.
Right.
So we decided to move that, but that for sure is on the table. So we do another. Now the booking agency call us more and more. So maybe the first single,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
maybe So
Cool.
so so we're looking forward to that, and we're gonna start rehearsing quite soon.
Cool. Cool. So, what was the biggest highlight in your career?
You know, biggest highlights in. I had I have had some fun on my own too,
Right.
but because I have done, I think it's 6 solo albums, where 3 solo albums here are in the melodic rock style, and
Right.
but of course, I mean, really, the first time you got a hit was with an instrumental song from when Alien started in '86. So in '87, when we recorded the album, the
Right.
first self-titled album, we released. They had like a instrumental chart in Sweden.
Right.
So we wrote the song and send and the company gave it to them, and we got number one place.
Wow.
And I, we all can remember how moved we got when we
Yeah,
have
I bet.
a number one, but it wasn't any chorus. It
Huh.
was it was just a musical piece,
Right.
and I
Yeah.
did
Wow.
and I did some ad libs somewhere. They said you can do vocal ad libs, but you can't sing.
Oh, wow.
That was an important highlight because it was so nice to. But otherwise, I think I mean that year with Alien was very fun, and also I did some stuff here on my own that have
Right.
been very nice. But I mean, this album and we ourselves are all about doing it for the right reasons, and we really hope we get the chance to play good venues and get the good energy, from people, and who knows?
Yeah. Cool. Cool. So, what are your hopes for this album that's coming out in March?
Yeah, but it really is that we get so much attention that we get more gigs, and what I mean, it's more right gigs, not only Sweden Rocks or
Right.
that kind of big festivals, but good clubs, good everything, not
Uh-huh.
not where people come to those festivals. We have said that we play often with other bands because Alien, though we've been around, the name been around for 40 years, we haven't played for 40 years
Right.
together. We do an album. Last album was in 2020, 5 years ago,
Uh-huh.
I think, and before that 2014.
Right. Yeah.
So
Wow.
we
Yeah.
so it's I mean we never been since the 80s a touring band. We pop up and we have had the been fortunate enough to get people to wonder what happened.
Yeah.
Where did they came from? And then we're gone.
Right. Yeah.
And then we
Wow.
come and then we say hello again. So it's but now I mean we did it 2020 and now it's 2025. So I mean it's kind of short
Yeah.
between the album this time.
Cool. 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 Cool.
You know.
Wow. Well, Jim, it was great talking to you, and I appreciate the chat. And congratulations on the new album. Yesterday comes around, and when yesterday comes around, and March 21st on Pride and Joy.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Would you like to say anything to the fans out there?
yeah. I have to say to you, very nice to be talking to you too.
You
And
too.
to all of you out there, I really, if you enjoy melodic rock as it were back in the day with a fresh sound, Alien might very well be a very nice alternative.
Cool.
So I wish you all the best.
Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah,
Bye
bye.
bye.